This review was made possible by contributions from viewers like you.
Hey guys, it's once again that special time of year when we're supposed to take stock of what we're thankful for in life. And because I'm thankful for my special lady Raven, what we're going to see today is Abominable. That sounded worse than it is. Abominable is another movie that I originally had no intention of reviewing, as opposed to the many, many pieces of crap that just scream, "Tear into me!" But Raven and I saw it during one of our date nights. She ended up squeeing all over the place, so yeah, I gotta share this with you guys.
He's so fluffy!
See? First shot of the movie and she's already squeeing.
He is adorable, you shut your face.
Yeah, the movie's trying to be mysterious with this Yeti as he breaks his way out of the science lab, but come on, we already know how cute he is. He escapes into nondescript Chinese-topia, and hides on a rooftop where his only solace is this billboard of Mount Everest.
Oh my god, I love him! If anything happens to him, I swear I will kill everyone in this room and then myself.
But aren't you the only one in the room?
Not really. If you think about it, how many rooms am I in right now as this review's being watched?
Whoa. We then meet our main character, Yi, who spends every waking moment of her life doing odd jobs, neglecting her friends and family in the process. Spoiler alert, we're going to see some magical elements later on with the Yeti himself, but one thing I really like about this movie is that it's taking place in China, and aside from the fact that it's featuring a Yeti trying to get back to Mount Everest, there's really no reason for it to be set in China. It could pretty much be happening anywhere. This movie is just set in China, as opposed to most movies that are set in China. Need somewhere that's strange and mysterious? Go to China. Need a wise old mentor spouting off random nonsense that sounds more profound than it actually is? Have him come from China.
The best explanation for all things is time.
Bullshit!
And since Yi and her supporting cast of friends are just regular people doing regular people things in a regular people setting, the Yeti is even more magical.
She goes up to the roof to show us that she's saving up to go on a cross-country trip that she never got to share with her father. Then we see it was her roof on which the Yeti was taking refuge. He needs some patching up, and he's probably hungry too, so Yi grabs some of her nine-eyes pork buns. If any of those things start crying, I'm out. After getting him fed and bandaged, Yi spends the rest of the day fixing up his little hidey hole.
No, please don't cry.
But if I don't cry, how will you know I'm adorable?
Oh.
Yi plays on her violin to help him feel better, and in return he shows off some of his E.T. powers as he sings along with her. She puts it together that he's trying to get back to Mount Everest, so that's what she decides to call him. Her friends Pang and Jin soon come across her giant little secret, as do the scientists from whom he originally escaped. Since Yi is the only friend that he has in the world, Everest takes her with him as he escapes.
Hurry! They're gaining on us!
Locked on target.
Dude, you darted Dave.
Hey, look! He shot Dave, too!
Oh, you gotta bring that up.
Baby?
I didn't mean to! I'm sorry! Moving on. They never say what city this is, but because I think they're in Hong Kong, E and her friends are able to get away by boat under cover of blinding light show.
Where are they?
They're gone.
Copy that. They're gone. And I'm dead. Don't rub it in.
If they had just a little bit more in the budget, you know that this guy would have been voiced by Patrick Warburton. They're gone, and I'm dead. Don't rub it in! Unfortunately, our villain, Mr. Burnish here, voiced by Eddie Izzard, is less than happy to hear of his Yeti getting away. After explaining to us that he needs the Yeti so he won't be made a laughingstock by the scientific community again, we jump over to Yi and pals as they make their way to the mainland.
You know, I've never been out of the city. Wow. I can't believe how beautiful it is out here. Oh, no. He's gotta go!
I can't. Out of my way! Gotta go.
It isn't long until Everest starts feeling a little peckish, so he sings himself up a snack.
Why is he making that? Is he humming? What is happening? Whoa! Is that
A blueberry?
No, those are night howlers. You better start running! But the blueberries just keep growing, and Everest doesn't know how to get them to stop. Apparently no one taught him that, with great power, there comes great time. It kinda sucks that Burnish doesn't know about this. Right now, Everest is only the Moby Dick to his Captain Ahab, but I guess Yetis have the power to make plant life stupid huge? Everest can end world hunger with just a little bit of humming. Jin, meanwhile, has been using his phone this entire time so he can try to get everyone back home. How he still has any battery life after being without a charger for over a day is, frankly, a miracle.
in the morning? Peng and I are headed back to the city.
I can't leave him.
Yi?
You've seen what he can do. He's amazing. He's magical.
Oh, so now he's a magical Yeti. Do you realize how crazy you sound?
Okay, what would you call him?
Clearly, he's a magical Sasquatch. Duh.
Well, whatever he is, they quickly learn that Everest is a kid just like them.
Everest, come over here. This is you and your parents.
Aw, you have your mother's eyes.
Don't worry. I will make sure you get home.
Oh, I just want to hug him.
Their journey to get Everest back home takes them through the Yellow Mountains. Okay, it's nice and picturesque, but Mount Everest is on the border of China and Nepal in the west. What are you guys doing here in the northeast? And how did you get there from Hong Kong in a day? Despite the incredible time that they're making, Burnish and his team are closing in on them.
Sir, the Yeti has disappeared.
So long since I've been out in nature.
Sir, if we...
Look at this tree. It's a wonderful tree. Look at the colors. I love this tree. You there, chop it down and put it in a bag, will you?
Right away, sir.
I want it in my penthouse. To be with me.
Mr. Burnish,
Right, what? What is it?
we should divide the team and cover some ground.
Captain! Let us fan out!
Yes, sir.
They catch up to the kids, then Everest makes a dandelion grow to ridiculous size, which they use to escape. Weird question, but trudging through with it. Can Everest make humans bigger? Seems like that'd solve a lot of problems.
No, only plants. Besides, we haven't seen him shrinking anything.
And sure, this warrants a
Physics!
but honestly, it's just too cool to really care about. However, nitpicky old me has to wonder how they made it all the way to the Gobi Desert in a matter of minutes.
Brace yourselves! That was amazing, Everest. You saved us, and now where are we?
Nevada.
Unfortunately, Jin gets left behind, and he tells them to...
Meet me at that village, by the river!
Well, thanks for being specific.
Take a left at the tree. That helps.
Since all that Jin wants to do is get his friends home safely, Burnish's assistant, Dr. Zara, convinces him to tell him where they're going. Yi continues on her quest to get Everest home, but she has no idea where she's going, which she's only realizing now instead of when she reached the Yellow Mountains.
We are completely lost. Everest is nowhere near his mountain, and for all we know, Jin could be in trouble right now. And it's all my fault.
It's okay. Everyone knows it's your fault.
You be nice to Everest. He would never.
Of course he wouldn't.
He is precious cinnamon roll. He is fluffy baby.
This moment of doubt ends up being only that, as they spot some koi fish swimming upstream, inspiring Yi to just keep swimming. We jump back to Burnish's team, as Jin makes a startling discovery.
Oh, I tell you, he's going soft. We need to act fast. If that kid is right and we find the Yeti at the river tomorrow, use any means possible to take him down.
I thought we had to keep the Yeti alive.
The buyer won't pay us unless he's still breathing, but if he's a little banged up, who cares? They're just gonna chop him up into little pieces for their experiments anyway.
Well, what do we do with the kids?
If you want your 10%, you'll get rid of them. For good! Oh, and get rid of this rodent I've been carrying around. Do you know how hard it is to keep up this British animal lover act? I'm done!
It's weird. We have a movie that's aimed at American audiences, and of course we gotta have a villain who's British because that's just how it goes. But then we also have this twist villain who hides her Americanness behind a veil of Britishness in order to hide her villainous intentions.
Well, if she's English, it's probably easier for her to get on Mr. Burnish's good side.
Good point. Jin swipes their keys so he can steal this motorcycle and warn his friends, but... What's the Chinese equivalent of wah wah?
Just go with wah wah, you racist bastard. Nope.
In order to get to his friends at that village by the river, Jin has no choice but to get there on foot. Later at that village by the river, they're somehow expecting to find Jin there, and they disguise Everest as a yak so they can find him.
Can you see anything?
Nope.
Yee! There he is!
Don't!
I don't even have to say a word and it's frickin' hilarious.
Shut up!
Okay. I'll just move along while you keep stifling your laughter.
Jin! Jin! We're gonna lose him.
I'll run ahead. Stay there and blend in.
I said no!
I didn't do anything!
You were thinking it.
It's the movie throwing these slow balls at us! Of course it isn't Jin, because how could it possibly be him? But even more probably, he does show up to save the day just as Burnish and Zara catch up to them.
Space is warped and time is bendable.
Everest sings a daring escape. Again, so many possibilities to explore, so many questions that science must answer! And they get away.
Oh no.
Everest, no. Everest, hold it in.
Not so bad.
Yi suffers a deep personal blow as her father's violin is destroyed, but Everest manages to fix that too, complete with new strings made of Yeti hair. After reaching their next destination in Yi's dream vacation with Daddy that Everest has somehow been leading them through, which happens to be the Lejian Buddha, only a stone's throw away from that village on the river, Yi decides to give her modified violin a whirl. So it's not just a Yeti thing, you can also imbue other things with magical powers if they're enhanced with Yeti hair? My god, the possibilities are endless! If you're wearing a Yeti sweater, does it enhance your mood? Does it give you superpowers? Does sleeping with a Yeti blanket affect the quality of your dreams, or grant deeper sleep to insomniacs? Can Yeti hair be used to make flying carpets? I wanna know!
Great, we're delving into Yeti-sploitation.
Hey, I have to think that there must be some way of getting what we want from the Yetis while still being good to them. Like, a trade, or something. Hey, Yetis, tell you what. If you give me a little tiny bit of your fur, then I'll go ahead and give you this barrel full of pork buns. Sound good?
Thank you.
Thanks to the magic of editing, our heroes cross thousands of miles to the Himalayas in the blink of an eye. They need to cross this bridge, but Burnish and Zara catch up to them, also in the blink of an eye. Everest triggers a lightning storm, which in turn triggers a flashback in our not-quite antagonist.
Load trank guns!
Wait! Hold your fire! Get back!
Ah, baby fluffy babies look like cotton balls!
He's defending them.
Burnish has a change of heart and calls off the hunt, but Zara assumes command and takes Everest down.
Fire at will!
No! I hate this movie.
Baby, you've seen this movie before. You know that he's gonna be okay. And even if you haven't seen this movie before, come on. Do you really think they're gonna kill off something this adorable?
Toby is happy to be with his friend, Harry Potter.
I forgot about that.
That's because you're awful.
Yi saves Everest with her super violin. Zara says, no you didn't. But that ends up not working out for her, and she's out of the game. Burnish gives Everest his blessing, and he gives the kids his employees snow gear. What a lovable old jerk. And it'd be easy enough for Everest to simply whisk himself and the kids to Mount Everest on the wind, but he had to do it with magical giant clayfish instead.
Symbolism!
They finally get Everest back to his family, who are all so ginormous that they make Everest look like a frickin' hamster. Holy crap! They say their tearful goodbyes. Yi goes back home and is actually there for her friends and family, and they all lived happily ever after. And thankfully Everest's magical violin hair didn't disappear along with Everest himself when he vanished. As good as these creatures are at covering their tracks, I was seriously worried about that for a minute. So that was Abominable, and it was anything but. The animation is beautiful. Everest himself is too cute for words. The story is simple but effective. It's refreshing to see China as just a place instead of the cliched land of all things mystical. It's nice seeing a boy and girl who are snippy, kinda sorta friends, and watch as they grow into better friends instead of becoming soulmates when they completely hated each other only 40 minutes ago. And while the big reveal of Zara as the villain is kind of head-tilting, the redemption of Burnish himself was believable and satisfying. Oh yeah, I was a human being at some point, wasn't I? I forgot how good this feels, yeah. Since I gotta be nitpicky, I need to point out how none of the locations in this movie make the slightest bit of sense. Sure, it's nice seeing all these exotic Chinese locations, and fine, Yi needed to see all these places to get some closure after losing her dad, but since the point of the movie was supposed to be getting Everest to Everest, they should have just made as straight a line as they could between there and Hong Kong. Surely there must be something you could make into elaborate, visually striking set pieces in this part of China, right? But aside from that, Abominable, despite the title, comes highly recommended. Any closing remarks from you, Raven?
I want Fluffy Baby!
Well said. See you later. I didn't mean to! I'm sorry!
This moment brought to you by patreon.com/bobshow.
Hey guys, I have got a large envelope here to open from the Walrus Clown of Cincinnati, Ohio.
The Walrus Clown.
I don't know what it is, but I need to see a movie of it. And let's see,
So many images come to mind.
Right? We've got a letter here. Dear Bob Show, I was cruising half-price books looking for easy-to-review material for my a review show, Walrus Reviews. Oh, be sure to check that out, Walrus Reviews. When I found these and realized they fit into your wheelhouse of material for a reviews better, so I sent them forwards. You're welcome, or I'm sorry, whichever is more applicable.
Both work.
Yes. Have a nice day. Yours truly, James Cole, aka the Walrus Clown. Thank you, Walrus Clown.
And when was this mailed?
You're just gonna do that all day, aren't you?
Every time.
This was sent September 18th of 2019.
It's May 2020.
May 2020.
Hopefully,
And he said he's gonna get better.
Hopefully, Walrus Reviews is still going on.
I'm sure it is. Anyway, I will kill you where you stand.
I'm sitting.
I will kill you where you sit. Anyway, we have...
If you could reach me, you wouldn't kill me.
No, I would do other things I can't talk about right now.
I was trying to be nice. I was going to say you would kiss me.
Yes, kiss you. Let's say that. We have the adventures of Mickey Matson and the Copperhead Treasure, which of course has to star Christopher Lloyd.
Oh boy.
It looks like he's wearing the same rumpled up Indiana Jones hat from Santa Buddies. Treasure awaits those who dare, starring Christopher Lloyd, Back to the Future. Really? Ernie Hudson is in this too? Oh no! Guys, you don't do that! It lists Christopher Lloyd as being from the Back to the Future series. Okay, good. That was his biggest movie ever. Ernie Hudson, Ghostbusters series, yes. And Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2 and 3? You want to degrade him by saying those are the next biggest things on his resume? Oh my god. And Lee Ehrenberg from Pirates of the Caribbean. Lee Ehrenberg?
I'm not sure.
Don't know Lee Ehrenberg, but okay. Unraveling a series of clues.
How do you spell Ehrenberg?
Arenbegr. She's looking it up with her magical Googling skills. And they are magical. She can Google stuff that I can't.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works either, but there you go. Do we recognize her?
Him.
Him. Sorry. Oh, no.
He played... Pardon me.
He played Kadunk. Gotcha.
He played... Pintel, one of Captain Barbossa's crew.
Oh, Pintel. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, I recognized him. I didn't know his name, though.
And, by the way, neither Pintel or Ernie Hudson are on this cover. Just to not Bieber here and discount Elle Fanning. I don't know. But there's Christopher Lloyd in the background. Guy gets top billing, but he's shoved into the far background there. But something else caught my eye, which I am going to have to make fun of when I eventually review this movie. Look on the back cover. Do it, baby.
Yeah.
See those little
I'm
doves?
Looking. Am I what?
Do you see those little doves?
Dubs?
Doves. The family-approved seals.
Oh, no!
Oh, yes!
Oh, no!
Which means it's going to be full of horrible fart jokes.
Because that's okay.
Family approved!
Family approved!
Family approved! Anyway, unraveling a series of clues left behind by his grandfather, Mickey Matson and his friends embark on a magical journey in search of a mythical ancient device. That's nice and specific. With the future of the country hanging in the balance, they will have to outsmart and outrun an evil conspiracy that dates back to the Civil War. The Adventures of Mickey Matson and the Copperhead Treasure is a fun adventure for the whole family.
What did they call this device?
A mythical ancient device.
Ancient, all the way back to the Civil War.
Oh, yes. So, the magical MacGuffin. There we go. Oh, dear.
What?
I don't know who Harold Kronk is, but when you have the same guy who is producing, writing, and directing, you know we're in trouble.
Never a good sign.
No.
The guy that will eventually write, produce, and direct his own movie.
I will be the one who does it right!
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Hey! We also have Santa Claus, which was one of my very first Let's Watches way back when.
Yes, it was the first one I did with him.
Mm-hmm. Do we need to do a proper review of it?
What do you guys think?
Oh, that face says, "Oh my God, we do." Oh, the asylum, why?
That should be their tagline. The asylum.
Why? And one which actually looks like it might be kind of cute, Joey. Let's see. A young boy's friendship with a playful baby kangaroo leads him on the ultimate adventure in this fun-filled story for all ages. Co-starring Alex McKenna and Ed Begley Jr., and featuring amazing animals, beautiful scenery, and a positive message about friendship and love, Joey is great fun for the whole family. I am getting so sick of that phrase.
It's so often a lie.
Uh-huh. 12-year-old Billy McGregor lives on a ranch in the wild, rugged Australian outback with his mom and lots of great animal friends, including a baby kangaroo named Joey. How original. But when Joey's parents are kidnapped by poachers, Billy and the little Roo must board a train for the big city, discovering tons of excitement and fun and new friends along the way to attempt a daring rescue that has the entire nation cheering them on.
That sounds adorable.
It does, and I can only hope that Joey doesn't talk.
Why would he have recommended it to you if Joey didn't talk?
Oh, God. Talking cats. This probably has a monkey in it. The Joey's gotta talk! Damn you, Walrus Clown!
I hope the Joey talks.
Oh, you know it's gonna. Even if it doesn't, it'll somehow find a way to talk once it makes its way into my computer. Because that's how it works. These things are more or less fine. Until they end up in my hands. Oh, here's The Power Within. Here's a movie about some dumb little kid who gets magical powers from some creepy Chinese man who's kind of magical and karate-ish and all that. Here's a monkey! Why? There's no reason for monkey! Yes, there is.
Mind. Monkey's gone.
Monkey's gone! No point! No No reason for having him in the story aside from this Bombshell guy's reviewing it, so poof! Magic monkey!
Yes, he would much prefer to review movies that were all about talking monkeys.
Yeah, let's say that.
Like Monkey Up.
Ah!
Monkey Up.
Excuse me while I go get a bucket. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Walrus Clowny Man, for that. And if anyone else wants to send me torture devices like this, just ship it to the P.O. Box in the corner, and we'll see you later.
Bye!
Subscribe, like,